Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another Walking Dead Dead City video. So, in this one, I want to talk about episode 1. I sort of want to, talk about what to expect from the plot and the story and whatnot going into this episode. The show is premiering not next week, but the week after. Technically, it's like 13 days away until it premieres on cable, but if you do have AMC Plus, I believe it's on the 15th, which is, so not this Thursday, but next Thursday, which is when I will be reviewing it, and yeah, that's only 10 days away from now, so I'm going to be doing a lot more Dead City videos. A lot of Walking Dead content in general is going to be coming now, since the show is premiering literally like next week, so definitely make sure to be a subscriber if you do want to get all my Dead City videos like this, and also go follow me on Twitch if you want live reactions to the episode, because I'm going to be watching the episode. Obviously can't show the episode or anything like that, so don't ask that, but I'm going to be live on there sort of reacting to it, making my notes and all of that, and then obviously answering some of your guys' questions regarding the episode and do stuff like that whenever the episodes air. And I still haven't made my mind up I guess I would have to do it like Thursday mornings, like early in the morning when the episode drops, but I'm not entirely sure yet if I'm going to do it then or if I'm going to wait until the Sunday to sort of do the live reaction, or I guess live Q&A portion of it. But I probably will do it Thursday mornings, because I do want it to be like the first reaction to me watching it. So definitely go follow me on Twitch. The channel name is Appetite for the Dead. The link should be in the description. I should be live actually very soon, like shortly after this video is live, within an hour or two anyways. So, and apparently they've actually updated the time slot for Dead City. So for cable, it was originally going to drop at 10 p.m. Eastern, but apparently they moved it up now to 9 p.m. Eastern. I've also seen some like rumors online that the episode is actually a lot longer. It's not going to be like 40 something minutes. Apparently it's going to be like 60, 70 minutes, maybe even 80 minutes or something like that. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see, obviously. But if this episode does end up being that long, like that's pretty crazy. That's a lot of content. That's no commercials, right? So yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on that, but that's definitely exciting if that is the case. Now, the first episode is called Old Acquaintances. It was directed by Lauren Yaconelli, and it was written by Eli Yorn, who first of all, I apologize if I butchered all of those names. I'm really bad with names, but Eli obviously is the showrunner, and I think this is really exciting in general because this show is being created just separately from, or just like on its own. It's going to have a new mind behind it, right? And I think that's just kind of refreshing. Like, you're not going to have the same people involved. Like, obviously Gimple's still going to be involved with it, but it's going to have this refreshing feeling to the show. And at least based off of watching a trailer, you can kind of see that. Like, it looks so exciting. It looks really good. Honestly, I wasn't expecting that. Like, my genuine reaction going into it, or genuine feeling I guess I had going into it, was like, okay, this is going to be cool to see Maggie and Negan. We're going to see the new characters. We're going to see New York City. Well, let's see what they can deliver in terms of the story, and will this trailer be exciting? And the more and more we went into the trailer, by the end especially, just in terms of the visuals, the advanced walkers, and just where the story is going, it just seemed like this is what I've wanted from the show, I guess, and franchise for years now. I've wanted them to do something like this for a very, very long time now, and we are finally getting it, which is something that is honestly, like, it's definitely about time, and they probably sensed it as well, because it's one of those things where, the main show ended, and yes, there were some issues over the last 5-6 years of The Walking Dead, but I mean, they've fixed issues here and there. There's been a lot of ups and downs, after All Out War, they really did fix The Walking Dead with season 9. It was so refreshing. Season 10 was also good, but definitely a slower first half, and then the second half, it started to pick up a lot more, but obviously we had that big break before we had to wait until the season 10 finale, and that really did take away a lot of momentum. That finale, when you watch episode 14 and 15, even the ones before that, like, it really does work well. It just, we had the massive break before that episode. It was like 6-7 months we had to wait just to watch the finale. So obviously, just in that way, it was disappointing as a fan, but obviously AMC had no control over any of that. So it was just one of those things that happened. And then we got the bonus episodes, which people didn't like. And then season 11, the first part, definitely very mixed reviews on the Reaper arc. Even coming out of that, it started to get a lot better. But, they rushed a little bit of getting into the Commonwealth arc, which, yeah, there's some stuff there. And then the final 8 episodes were definitely really great, but you still had that feeling of like, we're rushing through this right now. Like, I'm enjoying this. This is really cool, but you're rushing through this. And I think the finale, obviously, like, one of the best episodes of The Walking Dead to date. But when you really look at everything over the last couple of years, there hasn't been this really cool, exciting thing. I mean, and I'm also not talking about like exciting events, because obviously the last episode event was like so crazy. The 2-week break there going into the very last episode ever was so exciting. And obviously seeing Rick and Michonne, that was like honestly like amazing. That was just crazy. But this show right here and the quality that we're seeing and just the setting, the environment, it feels different. This does feel like something that is honestly like it's genuine excitement from people. I've been seeing this from fans everywhere, and also people that haven't watched in a long time. Like, that's the cool thing about it, is that I know a lot of people that haven't watched The Walking Dead since like season 7. They watched the trailer and they were like, man, first of all, they thought the budget went up, which I don't know if that's the case. It probably has went up, but I don't know. But they just really like the visuals and where the story is going, because it's just overall, sometimes you don't have to overthink it. Just come up with a cool setting and just be like, yeah, zombies in New York City, and just have like mutated walkers and stuff like that. That's going to be super cool. Ziplining from building to building. Like, people are going to love that, right? Now, in episode 1, obviously, we're going to pick up with Maggie and Negan in sort of separate situations. The episode title is Old Acquaintances, so they're going to run into each other. This show begins, I think, a year or two. I think it's closer to 2 years after the finale of The Walking Dead. So Maggie and Negan haven't seen each other in like 2 years. Maggie and Herschel, they've been sort of just like living life, doing whatever. That stuff we're going to learn a lot more about, specifically, just like what they've been up to. Have they been helping out other communities? Because Herschel was taken. We don't know what they were doing while that was happening, obviously. So we're going to learn a lot more of that. We're going to learn what Maggie's been up to, sort of thing. And basically, after Herschel was taken by the Croat, which I really hope I'm saying his name right. I really can't wait to watch this first episode, because I'm going to know exactly how to say the name. But for this video, I'm saying the Croat. Maggie is forced to ask Negan for help because of his connection, apparently, with this new villain. And as of now, I believe it's Savior related. I could be wrong, but I think it would be really cool for it to be Savior related. And I think there are some signs that hint at this being for sure Savior related. And in terms of Negan, there's been some bad stuff that has happened to him. He and his family obviously aren't together. We don't see him with his family. We don't even see his family at all. So we don't know if this means his wife has died or if they just separated. We don't know what happened to their child or anything like that. So when we see Negan, like some bad stuff has happened here. He is with some other kid. I don't know the relation, but yeah, this seems to be the first encounter anyways between Maggie and Negan. And as soon as they run into each other, I'm assuming Maggie is going to ask him for help, this and that. And then they'll start their new journey together to New York City. And I'm excited for that. And I think episode 1 is going to really focus on that. I think this first episode should really set up the villain somewhat anyways. Maybe we'll run into him by the end, or maybe early episode 2. Honestly, the way I kind of see it playing out, and this could just be, it's kind of typical, but I can totally see them doing it because I think it does work really well. In the first episode, we see Maggie and Negan doing their own thing, but they kind of run into each other in the first 10 minutes of the episode, 10, 15 minutes of the episode. And then we just sort of learn what they've been up to. We learn what the overall mission is. And eventually, they're doing some stuff. They're traveling to New York City. There's going to be a bunch of arguing between the two. And then eventually they'll arrive in New York City. They might walk around in New York City a little bit, but I believe that's probably going to be the ending to episode 1, with maybe a cliffhanger, hinting at the villain getting word that Negan is on the island. Because I know that was a line or something like that in the trailer. So I could see the first episode really setting up everything like that. And then episode 2 sort of just, picks up from there. That's how I kind of see that first episode going. And I think if it does play out like that, obviously you have to have some more interesting scenes, some really cool stuff happening there. I think we'll probably meet Armstrong, like the new character, in the first episode. So, overall, I'm so hyped for this. I really am so excited for episode 1. I really can't wait for this episode. And it's only 13 days away, technically only 10 days away. I really can't believe how fast this flew by. Dead City obviously filmed a long time ago, and I think they wrapped up filming last October or September. It's just flown by for me personally. Maybe it's because I've been going through a lot of stuff. Obviously, you guys know, a lot of the personal stuff I've been going through since last November, December. And it's taken up my headspace obviously for months now, and things have been a lot better clearly in the last couple of months, but I haven't really got to focus on the things that I love doing. I haven't really been able to do that. And so I think in terms of Dead City, I think that's just one of the shows that honestly just sort of flew by for me. I think Daryl Dixon, I think that show will feel pretty normal because things are starting to feel a lot more normal for me now. And Comic-Con's next month, I think we'll sort of, get back into the flow of things. And yeah, I just can't believe Dead City's here. Like, The Walking Dead is back. Like, we're back in the Walking Dead season starting next week. So expect a lot more content. I know I haven't been posting a lot in the last week or two, but I'm going to be gearing up as always, as I usually do for when The Walking Dead's back. So yeah, expect a lot of content. Definitely make sure to be a subscriber if you do want to get more Walking Dead content like this. And I think Dead City's going to be really good. Like, I've heard some things about this show, and it does seem like this show is better than anything that we've gotten with The Walking Dead in years. So I really cannot wait for this show. I'm so hyped. I can't wait. Honestly, I want some merch for Dead City. I want them to have like Dead City posters and stuff like that because that artwork looks amazing. We really do need a lot more of that. And I have nothing in this room in terms of like Walking Dead merch. Actually, I have a Daryl Dixon blanket and I have like a Rick and Negan like 3-0 figure or whatever those things were called. I don't really have a lot. Actually, I have like a walker, a snow walker, like those snow globes, but that's all I have. Like, I don't have any Walking Dead merch, which is kind of crazy. So I do have to start getting on that. Anyways, post all your thoughts down below. Post your predictions for Dead City. Post all your hype and all of that. I hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.